Step aside Disney, Inside Out 2 is no longer the highest grossing animated film of all time. All the details right here. Not only a year after it took the crown of highest grossing animated film of all time, Pixar's Inside Out 2 has been dethroned by perhaps the unlikeliest of candidates. Ne Zha 2 is a Chinese animated fantasy adventure film and the sequel to 2019's critically and commercially acclaimed Ne Zha, opening in Chinese theaters on January 29th and in US theaters on February 14th. The movie has already blitzed past $1.69 billion at the global box office, a record set only last July by Inside Out 2. Crossing this record also makes Ne Zha 2 the first non-American animated film to take the title. As it continues its trailblazing run at the global box office, the movie is set to swiftly pass $2 billion, making it the first animated film in history to cross the milestone. Its historic run has also already made Ne Zha 2 the highest grossing Chinese film of all time, and the highest grossing non-English language film of all time. It's also the first non-English language film to reach $1 billion at the box office. Naturally, it's also currently the 8th highest grossing film of all time, and is already the highest grossing film of 2025, a record which will likely go unbeaten unless James Cameron manages to strike lightning again with Avatar: Fire and Ash later in the year. Obviously, China is a gigantic box office market, and it's truly incredible to see Chinese audiences turning out in full force for a local production, and an animated one at that. I think overall, this is going to be a pretty hard one for any studio to beat for some time. Disney might have some potential with Zootopia 2 later this year, but next to that, their next opportunity could certainly be Frozen 3 in 2027. Ne Zha 2 follows the adventures of Ne Zha, a young boy born with unique powers who is recruited as a demon slayer. While it somehow only logged a single critic review on Rotten Tomatoes, it's managed to rake in a near impossible 99% audience score from over 1,000 reviews. That single critic review, by the way, is of course very positive. The movie is currently playing in theaters globally, so why not check it out? And of that, what are your thoughts on Ne Zha 2 striking box office gold? As always, join the conversation down below.